I made a full AI animated story using one prompt. And no, this isn't one of those fake one-click videos where everything secretly happens off screen. I'm going to show you exactly how this works, step by step, inside one tool, and why it's way more useful than it sounds. First, go to the InVideo website and sign in. Once you're inside the dashboard, look to the top left corner and make sure the V4 model is turned on. This step is easy to miss, but it's important. V4 gives you access to the most advanced integrated models inside InVideo, and without it, you won't get the same quality or flexibility later on. Now that V4 is on, we're going to set up the workflow instead of writing everything from scratch. A lot of people think they need to write some massive, complicated prompt to make an animated story. That's not how this works anymore. InVideo has a system called Workflows, and this is what does most of the work for you. Workflows are basically pre-built automation paths for different types of videos. There are workflows for trends, faceless content, talking head videos, and most importantly, animated videos. So instead of starting with a blank page, click on Workflows. You'll see a search bar. Type in animated and select the animated video workflow. This specific workflow is important because it allows videos up to 5 minutes long. Most AI tools cap you at very short clips, but this workflow is designed for longer storytelling. Once you select the animated workflow, you're ready to define what the story actually is. This is where the one prompt idea comes in. Before we type anything, you'll be asked to choose a platform and length. For the platform, choose YouTube. This gives you a standard landscape format that works well for storytelling. For length, you can choose anything up to 5 minutes. Now comes the single prompt that drives the entire story. Here's the prompt I used for this example. This prompt works because it clearly defines 4 things. The setting, which is a small village. The event, which is the sun stopping its rise. The main character, who is a curious kid. And the theme, which is light, hope, and hard work. You'll notice it's not written like a script. There's no dialogue, no scene list, no camera directions. That's on purpose. The workflow handles the structure for you. Your job is to give it a strong narrative idea, not micromanage every shot. Now, there is one setting here that really matters, and if you skip it, the whole thing falls apart. You need to select only generated clips. This forces InVideo to generate all visuals instead of mixing in stock footage. If you don't turn this on, you'll usually get random stock clips that break the style halfway through the video. By using only generated clips, you get consistent characters, consistent environments, and a single visual style across the entire story. Next, set the custom options. For background music, choose emotional. This fits storytelling better than upbeat or cinematic action styles. You want something that supports the story without overpowering it. For subtitles, choose clean subtitles with outline. This keeps the text readable without distracting from the visuals. For generation style, select Disney Pixar. This doesn't mean you're copying anything directly. It just tells the AI to aim for a high-quality, soft, animated look that works well for family-friendly storytelling. For voiceover, choose a female voice with a clear American accent. The reason for this choice is clarity. This type of voice works well for narration and avoids sounding robotic or overly dramatic. Once all of that is set, you'll notice something interesting happens behind the scenes. After you enter your prompt, InVideo automatically reformats it into a clean, structured prompt. You don't have to do anything here. This step is important because it turns your loose idea into something the AI can actually work with across multiple scenes. Now click Generate Video. InVideo will start building the story. It writes the script, creates scenes, generates animation, adds voiceover, and matches music, all in one process. When it finishes, you'll be asked about media quality. This is another step you shouldn't skip. Choose Ultra. Ultra is the setting that uses flagship models like Veo 3.1 and Sora 2. This is where the jump in quality really happens. Lower settings work, but Ultra gives you cleaner motion, better lighting, and more consistent characters. Once the video generates, you're not locked into the result. This is where a lot of people misunderstand AI video tools. InVideo gives you a command box, sometimes called the magic box. This lets you make big changes instantly without starting over. For example, if you want to change the language of the entire video, you can type "Translate the video to German." In seconds, the narration switches language, and the voiceover updates to match. You don't have to re-render the whole project manually. If you want more control, click the Edit button. This opens the full editor. Inside the editor, you'll see panels for media, music, and script. You can click into the script and rewrite specific lines. You can change the wording chapter by chapter. You can even change which character is speaking a line if the story includes multiple voices. If there's a scene you don't like visually, click on that scene, then select Generative Media. From there, you can type a new description for just that scene, and InVideo will generate a replacement clip that matches the rest of the video. This is a massive advantage because you're not regenerating everything. You're swapping one piece at a time while keeping the story intact. You can also adjust pacing, swap music tracks, or tweak subtitles without breaking the workflow. By the time you're done, you end up with something that feels surprisingly complete. A multi-minute animated story with a consistent script, narration, visuals, and music, all built from a single prompt and refined inside one editor. Normally, creating something like this would mean stitching clips together, bouncing between different tools, managing separate scripts, voiceovers, and edits. That's slow and expensive. Here, everything lives in one workflow. The important thing to understand is that the one prompt isn't magic on its own. The real power is the workflow around it. You're letting the system handle structure, then stepping in only where it actually matters. Once you've done it once, you can repeat it with different ideas, different themes, and different audiences, all without rebuilding the process from scratch. What kind of AI animated story video will you try making? Let me know in the comments below. While you're there, check the description for some helpful resources that I've linked, and don't forget to like and subscribe.